What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the week of the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the week's movie news, entertainment news, and just generally having a bit of a chit chat about everything to do with film for the first half of the episode. Second half, weird news. If you're here for the weird news, we'll explain all that about halfway through. That's Sean's job. I'm joined as always by my best man, Mr. Sean Mead. Sean, how's it going?
Going good, Connor. Happy spring, by the way. It's spring now.
I don't think Ireland ever gets spring until at least April. I think we just kind of stick in winter until then.
True. But St. Bridget didn't cheat the English out of all that land for us to celebrate spring in April.
So niche. I would love anybody in America or anywhere around the world, just look up St. Bridget, right? Just look up her story. What a tale she wove.
Fucking strong woman, so she was.
To be fair now, she made all that quilt, made all that big massive blanket, and then, I mean, she got a song dedicated to her, has a little cross. It's all fucking happening for her.
That's the thing. Used to be a pagan symbol, and now she's fucking co-opted by the church.
I'll be honest with you, all I remember about St. Bridget, and any Irish people listening to this will remember this, you just kind of get put in like some sort of child slave trade thing in primary school where they all have you like in a big line and just making them over and over again.
Yeah, it is like it's a little production line. The whole room is full of reeds. Just one day in school, you're pulled out into the library. It's full of reeds, and they're like, get to work.
And there's one woman there's a teacher with a whip for some reason. We need to get these out to the church.
All the whips and shit in Irish schools, I feel they're hidden away for the day it all comes back, you know? Like they're on a high shelf, but they're there.
Sean, I'm going to ask you, is this somebody's first episode?
It's every episode of somebody's first episode.
And look, and we're sorry. So if this is your first, you don't have to do anything. There is mostly just weird news, or movie news and then weird news. But yeah, if it's your first episode, chill out. You don't have to do anything. If it's your second or above, we'd really appreciate 5 stars, a like, a follow, a share. Maybe give a comment on Spotify about your thoughts on St. Bridget and how she's impacted your life.
Did you enjoy her when she showed up in the movie Irish Wish with Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah, that's movie related.
Yeah, there we go. It's all connected.
She's a character in Irish Wish with Lindsay Lohan. Not the worst movie ever.
God, it's offensive.
Felt like a hate crime. It did feel like a hate crime to us. So, as I said, we have loads of stuff going on. Last month, by the way, I'm going to say last month now. So in January, our patrons got to vote on what movie they wanted us to review over on the Patreon, and we have put up a review of the greatest comic book movie of all time, Batman and Robin from 1997.
Some say the best portrayal there's ever been of a Batman or a Robin.
I think it's definitely the best portrayal of a Robin other than Chris O'Donnell in the previous movie.
Chris nailed it out of the game.
Chris, he started at a 10. He can only go down.
There's nowhere to move. They've never done a Robin since.
Just to give you a bit of an insight into the review, we just spend a lot of it confused why George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell are about 4 years apart in actual age.
Meanwhile, he's playing Batman's young ward.
It's a very strange dynamic. So that is over on the Patreon. There's loads of extra movie reviews and content over there. But Sean, it's now time to get into some movie news. Enough of the St. Bridget talk, which is a sentence I've never said before.
All right, Cromwell.
Fucking hell. You either talk about St. Bridget or you're Cromwell. There's only two options.
There's two states a man can be in life.
So, Sean, I'm going to start off this week with a rumour, a report, maybe some sort of just...
Saucy.
There's rumblings. And that is the rumblings in Disney, in the Marvel area, that the Russo brothers are reportedly set to oversee Marvel's X-Men reboot post-Avengers Secret Wars as of this moment.
See, I would be way more excited about that if I have seen Secret Wars, because at the minute, I like what the Russo brothers did in Marvel. They've made series where a bunch of characters come together, and they manage to divvy up screen time and everything like that very well. That would work well in the world of X-Men films, I would think. But I don't think it's a sure thing anymore. I never would have thought like this.
I think we talked about it, and our point wasn't that we don't like the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers, they normally just put out like 10 out of 10 movies like that, like Winter Soldier, Civil, like they were just banging them out, and they were all like really good, right? Even if they weren't great, they were all really, really good. And they're some of the
I watched Civil War last night, and fucking holds up, man. It's still such a good movie.
It's just really good, especially the team up movies. But like Winter Soldier, I think is probably their best. It's their first one, but I think it's that or maybe Infinity War. But
I would say they're on par in terms of how good they are.
There's really good quality. They don't really drop in terms of quality. Our point wasn't that, oh no, they're back to do all these Avengers movies. Our points were mostly confusion about why Joe and Anthony returned, other than obviously the truckfuls of money. But like, lads, just leave. I would have just sat it out for another 5 years, watched the plane go down, and then you make your triumphant return, and you look fucking way better. You look like a hero riding in on the sunset.
Yeah, like you would need to do... I think if you're going to come back, the time to do it is after the reboot.
Yes.
Because then you get free reign to decide, I want this, 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 and this. Whereas at the minute, there's a whole load of middle ground and stuff that no one's quite sure where it lies at the minute, that they have to just tie all together now.
Well, saying that, they did already, well, I'm sure they didn't personally, but like the writers Jeff Loveness and Michael Waldron have both been removed from the upcoming Avengers movies.
Great sign.
So that would be a sign that the Russo brothers have come in with an idea, with like, this is the direction we're going, and whatever scripts were on the table already have been moved off the table, and we're like, we're now going to work off our ones. So there is a direction, there is a course correction here. It's just, I mean, I have a question I never thought I would ask, and that are the Russos still going to be around after Avengers Secret Wars? Because
I don't know, man. I don't know. Secret Wars has to be...
That's like 2028? Something? 2027.
2027, so 2 years from now.
Yeah.
I think they'll stay signed on up to Secret Wars. I don't know about the whole X-Men saga. I don't know how any of that's going to work. And to be honest, part of me wants them to just not do it. In a loving way, in a kind of you don't need to. It's fine. Honestly, it's grand. It's don't
perfect.
Do it just because you have the characters.
They're definitely going to do it just because they. What are you talking about? Why are we here?
I don't like Hugh Jackman might be on for another 10 years or whatever.
Yeah,
like it just feels. I want someone to rock up one day and be like, hey, I have an amazing idea for a Banshee story. Or like, here's a Jubilee series that could work really well. I want someone to come with an idea and then to do the thing. Not, hey, we need to do X-Men.
Maybe an X-Men, I don't know, Origins, Wolverine, maybe some sort. And then if you had like a Magneto origin simultaneously.
What if we went to look at the first class of X-Men?
Oh, interesting. So if you went back, that would be a good little reboot to do. You'd make a lot of money doing that.
Get some new actors in, younger versions of the characters.
Some that might get too famous for the role and then stop wanting to paint themselves once they have a few Oscars.
Yeah, which, look, that's understandable. That's
fair dues. If I had 2 Oscars, I'd tell them to go fuck themselves as well.
But like, we've talked about the X-Men movies we've gotten. We've done a bunch of them on the Patreon. Like, they're not perfect by any means, but there's something to all of them that they just feel... I don't know, maybe it's pure nostalgia, but they feel a little more tangible than I feel Marvel is putting out at the minute.
Look, to be fair, the other way to look at this is that if you are going to do a team-up movie, and you are going to do the X-Men movie, which naturally has to be a team-up movie, there's quite a few of them, the best people to get... if you're doing the superhero team-up, are the Russo brothers. So the other side of it is, look, who's the best in the game at doing this?
They made the Grey Man.
They made the Grey Man. So, like, that's what their real talents are. But, I mean, it's one of those where if we're going to do it, we might as well get the Russo brothers to do it. would probably be the logic. And then, as you said, they can kind of drive it forward. I think they do like those characters as well. Like, they are comic book nerds at the end of the day. So, the X-Men... Go on.
I know, I was going to say, with the X-Men, do you feel that they'll replace the Avengers in some ways?
I don't think they can.
Really?
I don't know why. I just think, like... I think X-Men, but then I suppose, what do we know? Like, you would have said, Captain America's never going to work in a big massive movie. So
Iron Man, who's that?
Who the fuck is Iron Man? So, like, it depends on the script. Like, if it's good, it absolutely will work. I think X-Men are great. I think those movies, they're hit and miss, but when they do hit, like X-Men 2 is outrageously good.
It's fantastic.
I love First Class. Days of Future Past is just like the right amount of nostalgia that, like, you know it's not the best one, but it's got, as you said last week, Shaun, the sauce.
It's got the sauce. It's cooking.
Shaun was teaching me phrases, so like I don't know what it is. So like, there's movies. Even number one, I think, actually has a bit about it. Like, it's very 2000s, but I think it's fun.
And it's a full story. It feels like it's a movie where you don't actually need to read X-Men comics to enjoy those X-Men movies, I would say.
Yeah,
like there's not a huge amount of buy-in. It's just they're good, solid films most of the time. The
issue comes when you think about maybe The Last Stand or Dark Phoenix or...
Don't do that. Don't do Phoenix again.
Or Apocalypse, if you remember.
Yeah, wild that we got Apocalypse on film and I forgot about it.
Like, as someone who loves X-Men, and they're like, Apocalypse was in a movie. What was he? Fuck, I can't remember. It was 5 years ago.
Jeez, he was 5'10", I think, wasn't he? Yeah, he was.
Was he Oscar Isaac in Purple? Was he?
He was big for a minute. He should have been big the whole time.
It's hit and miss. I think X-Men movies can go really good or really wrong. It's all about the casting. Please don't cast Hugh Jackman again. That man just wants to tap dance. Leave him alone.
And they can't even do like an Old Man Logan thing, because they've done Old Man Logan twice now.
And the first one was like Oscar nominated.
Yeah, first one was real good, and then there was a little cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine, and that was pretty fun to see. It's done. Let him die. I'm
just interested. I don't know where this is going to go. Are the Russos just going to do everything now? Like, they're just going to do all the movies, everything that Marvel's putting out. They're the only ones they trust.
But like, if that were the case, then at least there would be someone on the staff who has an overarching idea of where all the stories
Maybe the Russos will replace Feige. Not replace, but like, Feige's obviously involved with Star Wars and he's doing lots of other things at the minute. Maybe the Russo brothers get moved into that role of just like, you're Marvel-centric. You're just here for this.
I could see that happening. And if like, it's a cushy enough job if you get it.
Oh yeah, easy.
What do you think Kevin Feige's day is like? Do you think he wakes up in the morning? Does he smile or sigh?
I think he wakes up screaming. I think he just wakes up naturally screaming, and he already has a cigarette half burnt in his mouth.
He wakes up screaming, dangling plot threads like Hulk has a son.
Like, he's just trying to find a director for another Star Wars movie that won't leave.
Yeah. Ryan, please, I'm sorry.
Please, I'm sorry. Don't do Knives Out 7. We'll take it back.
18 missed calls from our agent.
I'm just interested to see what happens, but that is the rumour at the minute, that the Russos will be doing the X-Men movies. I assume Marvel are going to go gung-ho, I think, on X-Men. They're going to push it real hard, especially because I think the Avengers are very much slightly going in a downward direction, so they're going to maybe use a completely different team to go in the opposite direction.
But Captain America Brave New World is going to turn it all around.
All around, brother.
We're going to find out who the Avengers are.
I think the big reveal is, who are they? Secondly, do we care?
Will Hulk ever show up again? Red Hulk ever show up again?
Harrison's not coming back, surely.
I don't know, surely that's
He's a one and done kind of guy. We're moving on, Shaun, to something you also don't care about, really. James Bond. James Bond reboot, reportedly. I think this is going to be really good, because I read this headline and I thought you might really Really enjoy it. They want James Bond reboot, reportedly planning divisive move to appeal to younger audience as they want to make the movie more memeable. Shaun, how are we feeling about this?
No young person cares about James Bond.
No young person cares about anything, is what I would say. That's the whole point.
Yeah, liking stuff is weird and dumb.
If you like stuff, you can get hurt.
But alienating your entire audience to make James Bond appeal on TikTok is insane. Make it memeable. What does that mean?
So it will, apparently the report says, but this is by the Times by the way, that they will be taking an approach, a shift away from the heavier themes of Craig's movies, instead opting for a more traditional and easier to sell via memes approach, which is sure to Sean Connery, Roger Moore, a bit light-hearted, if you will.
Pierce Brosnan perhaps.
A Brosnan when he's skating down that mountain.
Perfect. Also, we occasionally say a Pierce Brosnan James Bond meme to each other backwards and forwards every so often. Buy me a pint.
Yeah, buy me a pint. So, I mean, all we know is that they're now moving away from, because the Daniel Craig thing came in around when Bourne was big. That was when Casino Royale.
Casino Royale is regarded as the worst Bond film.
Oh, it's terrible. Everyone hates it, as we all know. It's the worst. So the real juice is in the memeability of your movie.
But that's you're just making Kingsman, but shit.
Let's make a worse Kingsman, which technically is Kingsman 2, but still, let's make it worse than that one.
Okay, so a memeable James Bond. What you've described there is Argyle.
Yeah, and that did not very well.
Flopped.
Yeah, that didn't do great, yeah.
Great cast, bad movie.
Yeah, so then, does the James Bond, do you go a comedic route? Who do you get? Rowan Atkinson?
You get Mike Myers, and you play it entirely straight.
And someone accidentally calls him Austin halfway through.
And just slaps him. It's like, no, it's different.
They're going to try and aim for Amazon's younger demographics. It's all good, Shaun. This is all good news, yeah?
This is all how art gets made,
Yeah.
Has Ian Fleming not got any books left to adapt?
I have no idea. Surely they've already done them all. I mean, there's been 26 James Bonds? 25.
25, I thought.
I think Daniel Craig did the 25th, the last one, was it? So, that's quite a few books.
James Bond books are there. So, and a couple of those are probably... There's 39 James Bond books.
I have loads!
You have 14 films left to go.
Get Daniel Craig back on the phone, for God's sake.
Have we done... For Your Eyes Only yet?
How the fuck would I know, Shaun?
I don't know. You're of the two of us on this show, you know more about James Bond.
I'm going to say yes, we have done that.
Okay. Okay. Did you ever read the Young James Bond books?
I have seen the TV show Young James Bond, if that counts.
It's pretty good. It doesn't, but it's a similar point of view.
I was more Alex Rider, which is the same thing.
Alex Rider's fucking rips, though.
It's the same books, but just different name. I like it.
There's a bit
Go on.
I was going to say, there's a bit in one of the Alex Rider books where he ends up trapped in the jungle in an organ harvesting ring.
Yeah.
And they're going to take his eyes and shit.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't go over either. It's a weird end to the book.
No, yeah, it's just when I stopped reading.
It's aimed for children. I don't really know. I think this headline is really funny. That they're like, we need to make it memeable. And the idea of 5 people sitting around a table in suits being like, what do the kids love to meme? Is just amazing, because you are never going to get into the mind of a 15-year-old, and secondly, into the mind of the internet, because that thing is fucking mental.
No, yeah, you can't predict what's going to be a meme. And also, even if you do the most up-to-date research you can, within the production time of filming and editing a James Bond movie, everything's going to change.
Yeah, what's funny then is not funny now.
Go back 3 years and say Hawk to it to someone on the street.
She hasn't been around for a while, to be fair.
Yeah, what's she been up to? Let me go.
No episodes recently now, if I remember correctly.
Interesting. She made a shit ton of money.
I think we got contacted. We're going to start launching something similar, Shaun, any day now.
Any day now. Get ready. Get your wallets ready.
So, Shaun, we're going to move on from James Bond to our next piece of news, and it's Star Wars. And this might be good. So, okay. Daisy Ridley, she was involved with Star Wars for a little
Very
bit.
much.
Yeah. So, she is now getting a new movie with her character Rey coming back. It's all good. The problem is the writers that they keep bringing in keep dropping out repeatedly every time they come in.
We had new writers just before Christmas, I believe, didn't we?
But then they dropped out as well.
Interesting, yeah.
No, I think the new writers came in and then they said, "Oh no, we're not doing it." So, because we said, "Oh, they'll last 4 months," but technically they lasted 6 days.
Interesting. Okay, so that's on us. We called it wrong.
But now, Shaun, we have confirmed that Daisy Ridley's Star Wars movie has got another writer, which is a good first step to a movie happening.
Yes.
George Nolfi will be writing the screenplay, best known for his work on The Bourne Ultimatum and Ocean's 12. And he will be writing New Jedi Order, which is
there's a man with the sauce.
I wouldn't say Ocean's 12 has sauce.
Ocean's 12 has sauce.
I would say Ocean's 12 has sauce, but it's not a good movie.
I'll agree with that. That's all right.
Those things are not like you can have the two things at the same time. Like, this is a bad movie, but it has a certain je ne sais quoi.
Do you know what this is? What you're describing there, Connor? It has aura.
You're watching it like, this is definitely bad, but I'm all in until the end.
It's bad. I'm having a great time.
I'm having a great time with this shit show. So George Nolfi, he has been brought in to write the movie. Look, this was announced 2 years ago at Star Wars Celebration in London and has seen several high-profile writers fall away. So this is the next one up. Shaun, how long will George last? And 2, will he last all the way?
Yeah, bold claim here. George is with us till the end. George is going to be in the credits as head writer.
He sat in on Ocean's 12. That man will do anything.
That man has a stick-to-itiveness rarely seen in Hollywood.
He did a scene where Julia Roberts plays herself, but not herself. And nobody else would have that kind of foresight. To see that and write it on a script that's different levels.
And it's also that is Chekhov gunned in like the first 10 minutes of the movie. Because they're like, yeah, how is she? You ever notice she looks like... And then like a train goes past. And then like it happens again. Someone is like, hey, you kind of look like... Don't say it. And it's like set up that you look like Julia Roberts.
So stupid. David Lindelof was brought on at one stage, who did Watchmen and Lost. They lost him. Justin Britt Gibson, they also brought in. They were dropped from the initial writers on the project. Before Obaid Chennai was brought on. Then they were lost. And then in April of last year, the year before, Peaky Blinders creator Stephen Knight was brought on, and he was typing away. But then in October last year, he was no longer on the project. So they're only down 4.
How does this work, I wonder? Because like, are the writers quitting, or are Disney like, hey, you're done on this?
I would say the writers are quitting, more so. Like, if you're Stephen Knight, you don't need that. Like, either you're doing it or you're not. And I think if like you're Stephen Knight, he created Peaky Blinders, he probably has a bit of money. Yeah. He's not looking for the work. So if Disney come to you and they're like, do you want to write a Star Wars movie? He says yes. I assume there's probably several drafts. He brings it to them. They're like, well, we don't really like this and this. And he's like, that'll make it worse. And they're like, yeah, but that's what we want. And then he would say, okay, cool. Then maybe get somebody else, because this is what I want to do.
Can I just put some energy into the universe and hope it comes back to me?
Go for it.
What about if we get together one of the greatest writing duos Hollywood has ever seen.
Fucking hell.
I'm talking, folks, about Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio. Two lads.
They have to be about 85. Like, they're so old.
No, do not make the mistake of confusing age with intelligence, Connor, please.
I didn't.
No, stop it.
I didn't once do that. How old is your brother?
Look,
Ted Elliott.
Do you know, I looked up Terry first.
Oh, Terry, okay.
So Terry Rossio, 64 years old. He's in the prime of his life.
He's flying it, so he is.
And then if we look up Ted Elliott, God be with his name. Ted Elliott, we're looking at 63 years old. Connor.
Sure, the two lads have years left. Decades.
Decades. They could write for another 40 years.
For any new listeners of the show, could you explain who the fuck Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio are, and try and do it in under maybe 60 seconds?
Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio are writing partners, and they have worked together. I give a lot of credit to Ted, but Terry also did a lot. All of my favourite films they've worked on. So like Treasure Planet, all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, Shrek, Small Soldiers, Godzilla from 1998, National Treasure, G-Force for some reason.
Just imagine Shaun's personality. Ted Elliott did every movie that Shaun grew up loving. Him and Terry, and then I got you. What did I get you? Some Ted Elliott.
You got me a mug and a mouse mat with Ted Elliott's face on it
for his birthday,
which I use regularly.
Which you use every single day, so he can look a little Teddy. So the boys did Pirates of the Caribbean. They were, I think, from 97 to 2007. Nobody had a better run than the two lads.
Unbeaten. Just Legend of Zorro. Like, what are we doing, folks?
They probably did that on the side. They were writing pirates at the same time. They're fucking madmen.
Yeah. It's all swashbuckling with these lads.
Oh my god, they love an adventure movie.
Terry Rossio, Godzilla vs. Kong. Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire.
Ted didn't want to do that one. He was busy.
Ted was busy writing the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, Connor. And perhaps writing the new Star Wars as well.
You're saying get rid of now your new boyfriend, Ocean's 12 writer George Nolfi. You're done with him.
He's dead to me.
He's dead. Wow, it's very violently changed. And now Ted and Terry have been brought in to do it. Now, what if I said this to you, though? If they get brought in to do this movie, what if the Pirates of the Caribbean movie reboot gets pushed back, Shaun? Would you be able to live with that?
I wouldn't, Connor. I think I'd do damage to myself, actually.
I never considered that they were simply just men.
But Connor, they are two men.
They are two. They can split it, I suppose.
Give Ted Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. And give Terry Star Wars.
I just think that's so funny that the two boys, by the way, will have never heard this podcast. But
no, they're unaware.
You would get one of their faces onto your body. Just 100%.
Ted and Terry, if you're listening, I wouldn't do that, but I would like to sit down for a chat.
We said once that we would only do an interview. Like, we don't do interviews on the show, but the only people that we would interview is Ted and Terry, just so Shaun could have a freak out when he's doing it.
So, but I'll just go non-verbal on the Google Meet call.
Tarantino standing in front of them, like, lad, get out of the way. Ted behind you.
Fuck off.
James Gunn, fuck you. Get out of here.
Robert Pattinson, wait outside, we'll chat later.
You wait outside for a second, Rob. Right? We're getting to Terry.
Actually, Rob, do you want to get in on this? You seem like you'd like pirates.
Rob's probably a great big fan as well, to be fair. Like, once we explain the filmography.
No, Rob, you don't understand.
You don't understand, Rob.
Soldiers.
Pirates of the Caribbean 3. So, yes, the Daisy Ridley movie is back on track. So everyone calm down. We're all locked in. It's all good. There's nothing to worry about. Other than now the next time we lose another writer on this movie. I hope Daisy Ridley's keeping busy, because like this movie's never happening.
I hope she's on payroll though.
Oh, if you're on payroll, let it run out for as long as it goes.
Does not matter.
Does not give a fuck. Okay, right. We're moving on to our next piece of news, and Shaun, it's a small piece of news that might interest you. And I know you're non-stop talking to me about Armour Wars, and you're talking and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait for Armour Wars. Oh Lord, it was cancelled.
In the same way I'm talking about the White Rhino and the Dodo, Conor.
Yeah,
yes,
it's
I'm
similar.
talking about Armour Wars.
So like, if anyone doesn't know, Armour Wars was a movie, I think, originally, and then a Disney Plus series.
And then discontinued quietly.
And so it was meant to be a movie, and then it got moved on because there was a little thing involving the Skrulls in the meantime, and it didn't do quite well. And Armour Wars was then quietly cancelled. But Shaun, I have some pretty good news for you. That Armour Wars wasn't cancelled. It's back on the menu, boys. It's just been slightly delayed.
It's still coming out, though?
It's just on hold.
Oh, on hold is mean.
It could be potentially post-Secret Wars now. So that's quite a bit away, but still, they could still do it. So they haven't cancelled it, so we're still locked in.
Okay, so is that just a licensing thing, though, that they get to keep the name and keep Don Cheadle?
I think Don Cheadle's just sticking around. So obviously Don Cheadle was in Secret Invasion, which was the show with the Skrulls, and Emilia Clarke was in that as well. And it was not received very well because they made a show that wasn't very good, which is normally a hindrance to being received well. And so that kind of happened. Then quietly Armour Wars was, this doesn't make any sense if Don Cheadle is a Skrull. Why do we have an Armour Wars show? Because the whole point is he's meant to be Rhodey and War Machine, and we're like meant to care about him. But now there's no Rhodey. And when was he replaced? Who knows?
Who knows? I was watching Civil War the other day, and I was like, that bit with Rhodey happens, and I'm like, yeah, but is that really him or is that a Skrull? Like, should I care about this? It's like it's actively affected a rewatch.
That Skrull has hurt his legs. Help him.
But he bleeds red blood, so he's presumably Rhodey at that point.
I look. I mean, are you excited when Armour Wars is back?
Not particularly.
Okay.
I think doing it post reboot is way more interesting than just trying to do it now. But I also think I only vaguely have a surface level knowledge of what goes on in Armour Wars in the comics. And it's like, the suit designs get stolen and everyone's making Iron Man suits now. But that was kind of done in Iron Man 2. And also kind of Iron Man 3, you got to see a bunch of weird Iron Man suits. So I'm not sure what the reason for doing it is, other than, hey, it's a storyline we already have.
I mean, I think we just need to have more Armour Wars all the time. I think that's the only way we get out of this Marvel funk. I think the children are crying out for Armour Wars.
2008, Iron Man saved Marvel.
2025, Rhodey, who's a Skrull, is going to save Marvel.
Bring back Terrence Howard.
Don't tell anyone. Maybe that was when he was replaced.
Between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to go like that, I'm fine with it.
That's quite funny.
That's better than it being like a week before Secret Wars happens.
Yeah. I just wanted everyone to know that was still happening, so everyone calm down. It's something to very much look forward to. It's very good. Shaun, how do you feel about a new Hannibal Lecter movie reportedly in the works at Universal?
Don't really care, to be honest. I mean, I'm jazzed about it, Conor.
So look, Hannibal Lecter, I mean, really famous movie that he was in that did quite well at the Oscars.
Indeed it did.
And so it's interesting that since the Silence of the Lambs we've had like a few different things, but now Universal want to bring it back.
I really enjoyed the Hannibal TV series.
Yes, that was good.
That was really good. That was like beautifully shot and also horrifying. I don't know that Hannibal really has as much of a fear factor as he used to. Because I think Anthony Hopkins just fucking killed it.
Yeah, and I don't think Hopkins will come back to do it. Maybe he will, but like...
But they're just going to cast Bill Skarsgård and call it a day. Like...
that man's making a killing.
Just off being a weird looking... Not even weird, just a different looking man.
He's just a guy who's built for this. Some people are just built for it. You can't reject them. You can't feel bad, right? But I think he's really good as well. So, I mean, Hopkins coming back would be mental. Then maybe he would.
I don't know if he'd do it.
Like, I mean, I suppose he could come back as like Hannibal Lecter, but he's now teaching a younger Skarsgård stuff.
Maybe, yeah, but is that it? Like, or do they just start from the beginning, and it's just Silence of the Lambs again, but with a different cast?
But once again, what's the point of redoing a movie that was like one of the best movies ever?
I'll tell you the point, Connor. I'll tell you exactly the point, and this is the only way to get people into cinemas to watch a Hannibal reboot.
Go for it.
You're casting Armie Hammer as Hannibal.
His big cinema comeback.
It's going to do it for him.
People won't even know if the cameras are on.
Yeah, he's method. He's been method this whole
Armie,
time.
just be yourself. You've been training for this for years.
Now, he's not going to like it. The PR, it's going to be rough.
Look, he's not going to do actors on actors. That's what I'd say. He's not going to be chatting.
But I think people would be curious, you know?
I love you in a studio suit, just being like, lads, I have a suggestion. Now, PR-wise, it might be horrendous.
Nightmare.
But still, I think people would see it. So isn't that what we're all here for, lads?
I look, you gotta go stunt casting with this one. Like making Robbie Williams a chimp in A Better Man.
I think you should make everybody a chimp.
Everybody a chimp. We have the technology.
Yeah, now we use the Robbie Williams technology to make Hannibal Lecter a chimp.
I would watch Hannibal Lecter, but he's a chimp.
Of course you would. Just remake movies where the main character that we all know and love is a chimp.
God, I really fucking hope that takes off. Just
Terminator 2 with a chimp playing Arnie.
Oh, not just the exact same movie, but a chimp also features.
No, the chimp is Arnie.
Interesting. Can he talk?
Yeah, he can talk like Arnie. Just have same thing.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
You would definitely pay money to go see that, just for this sheer of like, what the fuck is going on?
But also, hear me out here, Sarah Connor, played by Armie Hammer.
I feel like sometimes you're his agent.
Someone has to be.
Nobody wants to be.
No one's touching the cannibal.
Yeah, like Ezra fought half of Hawaii, right? Still got a Flash movie. That's fine.
That's insane.
Jared, I mean, an incredibly unlikable man, right?
Long list of grievances.
A long list of terrible things, but nobody's touching the cannibal. Just, you can't really outrun that with PR.
No, it's hard. Once you go cannibal, you can't just do a Harold and the Purple Crayon and everything's okay.
Think of the person that you love the most in the world, right? The nicest person. Oh, come on. Not you.
Oh, that's fine. Love doesn't have to be reciprocal.
So, like, the nicest person you know, you're like, oh, they never do anything wrong. Now, if I said to you, they're the exact same person, right? Everything that you've experienced with them is the exact same. But one time they did eat somebody. What would you do?
Was it a survival situation?
No.
Or was it? Oh, I gave him the one out that was possible there.
Oh no, they were well fed. Loads of stuff in the fridge.
It was a choice.
It was a choice, yeah.
Like, they let other food go off because they knew they were
You find out Tom Hanks is eating people. Even Tom is like, oh, I don't know.
There is some disease that you can get from eating people, and it makes you really sick. And it's like a natural way to stop people eating.
It's the only reason I don't do it. You know what I mean? That's the only reason.
The fear.
It's the fear of the disease.
Getting an upset tum.
I might feel a bit sickly. Shaun, we're finishing off this week with something that is definitely happening, but is not. We're being told is not happening. Chris Evans says he's not returning for Avengers Doomsday. Will anyone believe him?
Absolutely not. Like, there's no way. This is going to be one of those things that it's just going to leak so fucking quickly.
Yeah, he's like happily retired, is what he said.
Like, you can't be surprised. I think once Downey came back, I think this was basically confirmed anyway. Yeah.
And once Downey came back, and look, we love Chris Evans here. And I'm saying this as a fan, he's not on a good run, is what I would say.
What do you mean? Red one? The grey man?
I don't mean that in a bad way, because I think he's incredibly talented. I just think he's making some decisions that are maybe just like, let's just chill out for a little bit and do a movie with the lads.
True. Maybe he's like doing the Kevin Costner thing, and he's just making a load of stuff so he can make his own movie. Because I know he's done directing before and wanted to do directing and stuff like that. Yeah, so maybe he's just saving up. You know,
I mean, I don't know if he needs the money, but yeah, I suppose if
he's got all that chicken and rice he has to pay for.
But like, I mean, Knives Out, when that first came out, that man should have hit the gas and just been like in an Oscar-nominated movie like the next year.
That man he was in Sunshine.
Oh,
he's so fucking good in Sunshine.
So good in Sunshine. Oh, Jesus. We just love him so much.
I think I just want him to do well, you know?
And that's why I'm like, Chris, we all know you're returning to this, but like, that's fine. But go do that, get your money, but then do I just need you to do one banger. Then you can go back to doing your Netflix movies. It's fine.
So where do you put him? Where do you put Steve Rogers in Secret Wars?
Kind of
Battle World.
It really fucks up Anthony Mackie, though, if he comes back. Right?
Like, it's... Unless he's bad, unless they do...
Hail Hydra,
which they kind of did in Endgame. Like, they nodded to it, but...
I suppose, but like, I think it just absolutely kills Mackie in terms of like, it's the same as like, you get rid of Hugh Jackman, then bring in a different Wolverine, and then bring back Hugh Jackman. It was like, oh, right.
Yeah, cool. It's really shit that this leaked in like the press run for the new Captain America as well.
Well, like, it's not even leaked in terms of like, oh, I'm not in it. So you just keep saying it. Rumour that he is in it. We're just kind of linking dots here. Especially, as you said, just because RDJ is back. The minute RDJ returns, I mean, the Russos, their next call is to Chris Evans.
Yeah, Hemsworth will probably be in there as well.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think just leave it unless he's going to come back in a small role. But even then, I don't think him being there helps if he's playing Captain America. But it is like the Elseworlds thing, so he could just be whoever he wants.
This is the thing, and like Battleworld, everyone has their mind erased, so they can just do it. Like in Battleworld, Doctor Strange is like the sheriff, and he's like going around rounding everyone up. There's a whole army of Thors who are the police then. Like, so it's all weird, and like no one is what they actually are. So you could have Captain America. I would love if he just ran like a bar called The Shield or something like that.
Yeah, or actually it'd be cool if he was Captain Britain for some reason. Like, he's just there as Captain Britain.
Good. Or he's US agent, or he's Iron Man. Fuck it.
Fuck it. So why not? There's no rules. So I mean, look, we'll see what happens here. But that is the end of our movie section of the show, which means, Shaun, it is time for everyone's favourite part of the show, Weird News, which then comes the Weird News jingle. Now, the Weird News jingle is something you played by hand one time, is what I've heard.
It's true, yeah. I got a little trumpet out, and I came up with that on the fly.
On the fly. And so this is weird news, Shaun. What do we do here?
Well, you spent the week gathering all the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read them all out to me, a man too busy practicing my brass to look at any weird news.
Fucking hell. Okay, so how it works is, as I said, Shaun hasn't seen any of these, so I'm very happy to try and I don't know, surprise them with some of the ongoings in the world. But Shaun, I really feel like we need to start in one place this week, and that is in China, because there's a little half marathon happening in the next week or two, and there's 12,000 runners gearing up for the half marathon, more than any ever before. But this one comes with a bit of a difference, because there will be robots in the race racing against the humans in this marathon.
What is this, a promo thing for a robot company?
So, Beijing Economic Technological Development Area is organising the event. Participating robots must have human-like appearance and be capable of using 2 legs for walking or running. No wheels are allowed. So
this
the
is
machine,
horseshit.
The machine, which can be remote controlled or like just moving itself. Right?
Just a rogue robot.
Also must be between 0.5 and 2 metres in height, so none of your 6'4" monsters. A short king, if you will. Mid-run battery replacements are also permitted, so you are allowed to replace the battery mid-race if needed.
Okay, like getting a water stop for a human. Yeah.
The podium finishers, human or not, will be rewarded prize money. So,
this is bullshit.
Robot Wars, but in an actual 21.1 kilometre race.
But trans people can't be in the Olympics.
It seems strange, I'll be honest with you, but the robots are there somehow.
But then it just becomes a point of they're gonna make a robot that's faster than a human.
And then what are we doing?
Then we're just fucking watching robots race each other. So you may as well play Skeletric at home.
So in October of last year, we did see a humanoid robot called Tiangong racing the last 100 metres of a half marathon in Beijing and earning a medal for its achievement. A week later, a quadruped robots made an appearance as pace setters and cheerleaders at the Hangzhou Marathon in China, performing functions such as shaking hands, providing words of encouragement, playing music and performing backflips. But now, Shaun, you are allowed to create your own running robot and compete in the race. So if you were a runner in this race and you get beaten by the robot, at what point do you take a baseball bat out maybe, or at what point is it like we bow down to the new robot overlords?
I think this is going to do terrible things for human-robo relations, because it's just going to there'll come a point where technology just becomes better. Maybe the first couple of years of this, a human will beat a robot and we'll be like, yeah, we're still class. But imagine how tense everyone's going to get when it's like, oh, year on year, the robots are getting faster.
Yeah, and we're not.
We're not. We've reached a human ran a marathon in under 2 hours only last year.
Yeah.
And that's seen as like maybe the upper limit of what a human can do.
That's pretty peak performance as a human could ever do.
Yeah, but when a robot doesn't get tired. I also don't think it's impressive. Can I say that?
You are allowed to say that. How could you say something so controversial yet so brave?
I don't think it's impressive to watch a machine go a long distance.
I agree. Surely the whole point is that it's like humans are flawed and we're shit at most things.
We're overcoming these limitations. And that's what... The first guy to ever run a marathon fucking died.
Yeah.
Because he ran so long and so fast. So now we all just clown on him at the Olympics every 4 years.
There's lads in accounting fucking with him.
Yeah. I've been watching a chef on YouTube, and he was meal prepping because he's an ultra marathon runner.
Right.
So he's running like 60 miles and shit like that. And someone asked him, why do you run ultra marathons? It's like, if you run a regular marathon, the first thing people say is, oh, how fast did you run it in?
Yeah.
But if you run an ultra marathon, people are just like, oh, fucking hell.
That's true. My favourite thing is whenever somebody runs a marathon, which happens a lot with people our age, Sean, they seem to get really into running.
Don't like that.
Long
Don't
distances.
like that myself.
But you're like, oh, did you run a marathon? They say yes. And then when you say, oh, what time did you do? They could literally say any fucking time in the world. And I would go, oh, geez, very good. That's very good now.
What the shithead answer to that is, oh, yeah, I ran a marathon. Oh, yeah? Where'd you place?
The where'd you place is a real killer.
It's like, 9,000th, but like...
Oh, you weren't up there with the lads in the Olympics? No. Oh, you fucking slow coach. Jeez, you're shy.
You gave up your Saturday for...
And you didn't train at all, did you not?
Jeez, imagine if you tried. Like,
imagine if you fucking ran, you dick. Were you walking most of it? 9,000.
Go on one leg, was it?
No, I have never been into like running for long distances. So like I play sports a lot, but long distance running bores the fucking piss out of me. I can't do it. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I'd sooner go on a treadmill for half an hour than just run half an hour. Like, I don't want people looking at me, is my thing.
Well, look, that's also fair enough. Like, running is just, nobody runs properly. It's like,
no.
And you know who's like, oh, they run weird. Everyone runs weird, basically. Yeah. Right?
You do your best, the best you can with what you have.
You're just trying your best. Fair play to them. If you're out running anywhere jogging, fair fucks to you. Jesus Christ.
Unless you're a robot.
Yeah, then we don't give you any fucking credit at all. Fuck ye.
You should be allowed to interfere with the robots as well.
As in, like, just like trip them up.
As in, like, every 100th runner gets an EMP.
I was going to go the other way, and I was going to say you should let every runner take drugs. Like, they should be.
I mean, yeah,
done to the gills with steroids, and they can barely move for the amount of steroids in them.
This goes back to our long time of pitching the steroid Olympics.
The drug Olympics is the way to go, but especially if the robots start beating us, why limit ourselves? They are getting fucking hydraulics put in. They are getting fucking nitrous put into their old feet, right? I'm not having that.
Yeah. Where's the restrictions on how much you can augment a robot?
Yeah. Like, what's the base for your little robot runner? And how much can we go past that?
And yeah. It's like, I know there's height restrictions and probably weight restrictions as well and stuff, but I don't know. I think you should... I think both sides are allowed to do whatever they want. The only requirement is that you finish the races quick. I want wacky races, but it's a marathon is what I'm looking for.
I don't normally suggest this, but could we not just segregate two groups?
Right? Add that to the Conor Lawler book of quotes.
The robots, they can do their own fucking weird race, and the humans can do their race. And then we can check times that way.
I mean, yeah, and then if the humans want to race against robots, I think you should have to sign up specifically for that. You can't just put robots into an existing human marathon. No. I would love if this is unearthed in 50 years and we're like cancelled for this. This is just the times we live in. Okay?
The racism on this podcast.
We have to do like one of those Warner Brothers style introductions of like, they are a product of their time. It was wrong then, it's wrong now.
We have to do a YouTube apology video. Just like looking into the camera. We apologise for not allowing the robot overlords to race in our Beijing marathon.
I do think people are too mean to robots in general.
Yeah.
You know those like Boston Dynamic ones?
Yeah, like don't be doing anything to them. I just don't think they should be like, just put them in a different race.
Yeah, but like, I'm just like, don't kick them and shit.
Oh, don't be kicking them. Don't be kicking them. It's a weird dynamic where we can tell them to fuck off, but don't kick them.
Yeah, I just don't want it in my backyard.
They bring trouble. They bring fucking trouble. Right? I just know, like, I love that people just listen to this like they're getting fucking dangerously close. Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
we're really towing a line here. We usedn't be this kind of podcast. We just stopped caring after a while.
No, I think Shaun really hated robots all this time.
I've loved robots in ways
Robots
you
are a
can't
metaphor
imagine.
for women.
What? Women.
So Shaun, I wanted to start off with that because I knew that would annoy you, that the robots are in the marathon.
You knew it would annoy me.
I knew it would annoy you. You just have a thing for minorities. You hate them. So
only some of them.
like white Irish guys in foreign countries.
White Irish guys named Shaun with green hair. I hate myself, Conor. That's the joke.
That's the joke. Good.
A child just screamed outside, by the way.
Oh, fuck. Is it a minority? What's going on? What are you doing to them?
I'm not doing fucking that.
That's the old classic story. Oh, it was outside, the child was screaming. Oh, yeah.
It was. I just don't want to scream to be on the microphone and go unaddressed.
That would be funnier. Help me. And you want to hear about Chris Evans. So Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news, and I have a service that I know that, like, you have your fiance and you have a thing where, like, she doesn't think that you're very tough. She thinks, and she said this behind your back multiple times, that
she said it to my face as well.
Yeah, and I think the word she used was that you're a little bitch boy, was what she said to me.
That is it, yeah.
And so I was thinking this week, I was like, how do I help my best buddy Shaun? Like, he needs to, like, if people are walking around thinking he's a little bitch boy, I can't have that, even though he is a little bitch boy. You know what I mean? I can't just.
You're really laying in on the.
I'm just setting it, Shaun. I'm just a messenger.
Well, okay. No, it's fine. Message received.
You're like lifting a barbell. That's what you're talking to me. So, Villains for Hire, Shaun. This is a service that lets weak boyfriends look cool by beating up a fake tough guy in front of their girlfriends. This is a new service being offered by a Malaysian man as a villain for hire. This could be the business that takes off.
This is a little spin-off of our podcast.
I was thinking this could be our second show, yes.
Okay, so what, you hire a big tough lad?
Yeah.
And he lets you punch him for money?
So, 28-year-old Shazali Suleiman decided to capitalise on his intimidating physical appearance by becoming a villain for hire. The service says, are you tired of your partner thinking you are weak? Shaun, you could say yes to this.
Yes.
For a reasonable fee, I can help you prove them wrong, he said, promoting his services. Effectively, Suleiman pretends to be a villain or a criminal for his clients, showing up at a predetermined location in order to wreak havoc by harassing their partner or otherwise behaving unusually. He then allows his client to step in and take him down, allowing his clients to prove their strength to peers of significant others.
Okay, but the next time a situation arises, you're woefully underprepared.
You would be shitting at yourself if, like, an actual tough person showed up and was just like, and she's like looking at you like, remember that kung fu you had? Knock him out.
Okay. Yeah, you killed that man earlier.
You fucking beat the shit out of him. So just do it again.
Look, just get in the fight. You know, if you lose, you lose, but you tried.
You gave it your best shot.
Yeah.
You
might get a couple of licks in.
In advertising his services, Suleiman has posted images of himself featuring a dishevelled appearance or an unlit cigarette, and demonstrating a tough physical appearance that would make a client's victory over him seem even more impressive.
But, okay, so it's a tough guy appearance. Unlit cigarette, though. Cares about his health. I respect that.
Yeah, that seems like... but that doesn't add... You need to add to the danger. And he needs to keep a packet of cigarettes in a sleeve. Just rolled up into
the shirt? Yeah,
you got that right. So... this is one of the times. So when the boyfriend went to the bathroom, I pretended to harass his girlfriend, hitting on her, saying rude things to her. When he returned, he confronted me like a hero. He explained, providing an example of the service. He then basically pushed him, shouted at him, and then he ran away from the situation. So no punches were thrown, but you still get the winning. You know, you still look like a big lad.
Yeah. A push will go a long way, I feel. You know, it's intimidating. You're moving.
I just point at my leg and say, "You don't want me to use this, lad. You don't want me to use this." See this?
I could break my own knee so bad right now.
I will scream. Right? I am very weak.
Like, there is a situation here where you have a sitcom storyline where someone hires this person, but then on the day, an actual street tough comes up. And then you still win and you triumph, and then you realise, oh wait, that guy was late, and then I beat up a real criminal.
Oh, you're like playing it cool, you're like real cocky.
Yeah, and that's why and it's confidence is what you need, not violence.
You say that, but also you might like have your legs broken.
Yeah, but I'd look tough, wouldn't I?
Just your legs pointed in their opposite directions. I mean, look real tough.
Let me at him.
It's definitely a holy grail situation.
Yeah. It's a flesh wound.
It's a scratch.
I've got Orla behind me. I'm just like, hold me back.
Yeah. A hold me back goes a long way. Just like, oh lad, I wish I could go over there and sort you off.
I'd love it, but having friends who will fake hold you back is the best thing in the world.
Yeah, just like I mean, actually, we were once over in Spain, a big group of us, right? Mm-hmm. And there was this group of like 12 lads come into this place, right? And they start hitting on the women, right? Mm-hmm. So there's me and two other lads. Me and one of the other lads, right? So there's two of us, there's like three of them or whatever. One of them would have gone to the bathroom. And so the other lad is drinking. I'm obviously not drinking. So I'm clear-headed. I'm like, it's 12-2.
You're Jason Bourning this.
I'm not liking this. Right? So they eventually start talking shit to each other because drunk people tend to do that. Like, oh, what are you doing, lad? What are you doing? Get away from... Yeah. You weren't there this time. But they start pushing each other, and then the guy with like the big gag is like, I'll meet you outside. Right?
Oh.
And so the guy goes out, all 12 of them all pile out, and my friend starts walking out. And I remember looking at him going, you do not leave this building. One, if you jump in, then they will all jump on you. And that means I have to jump in. And then it's 12-2. And if we take 6 each, which I don't think we will, then I think we're still going to get the shit kicked out of us.
That is the thing of like, no, if you start fighting, everyone has to fight.
Because I'm looking at him like, if you jump in and I don't jump in, then I'm an even worse person because like I have to then jump in. Like,
you're just sitting at the bar drinking your 7-Up.
Eating popcorn. Go on, throw a fucking right. There's 12 lads kicking him.
Looking strong, buddy.
Watch out for number 10. He's fucking killing you.
You're calling out like 2 o'clock. 12. There's 12 lads around.
He's just on the ground and they're kicking him. So, like, situations like that, I think that he would be perfect for that situation of, like, meet me outside, but then you, like, take him out. You need to get, like, a big group of them.
Yeah. You need, like a Jets and Sharks kind of thing to happen.
Yeah, like, then you look really cool.
And or you're doing like the Arkham City combo finishers and shit on them.
Just blocking stuff.
Yeah. You're flipping like they don't know where this is coming from.
I didn't know what was in me. Just came out. So look, if you need that service, Shaun, Villains for Hire, that's our that's our also knockoff podcast if anyone wants to tune into it. No episodes up yet, but we're still trying to get everything sorted out. But you know what I do.
It's us, but we're doing very bad British accents.
But Sean's telling us how he feels about minorities.
Like a villain would. I'm playing a part.
I'm playing a part. Oh, lads, that'd be so funny. Shaun After Dark. Just like villains for hire.
Oh, no. Oh, don't will that into the world.
Okay, Shaun, I'm going to move on to a story that is horrendous, that I'm only doing to get a reaction out of you.
That's the entire premise of this section.
Well, you'd think, but remember the time that the person had all those spiders in their hair, or like, what was it? Oh, hair in the walls of the house. Do you remember that?
Yeah, no, that was awful.
Well, man's penis freezes to the ground outside Fort McMurray pub.
How? What situation are you in where that's an option?
What steps have to happen before that for that to happen?
How long did it take to freeze to the ground?
Fort McMurray Emergency Services recently had their hands full, saving a man after his penis became frozen to a sidewalk during a confrontation. On January 15th, an intoxicated, this is 2 weeks ago, an intoxicated man was involved in a dispute that initially took place inside the pub. Right? The argument spilled into the street. Jesus, this is actually...
This is premonitions right
This was me. The argument spilled into the street and a fight broke out. During the altercation, somehow, that's a big somehow, the man's pants fell down.
Interesting. Okay.
What kind of fight is this?
I don't know. Apparently in prison, right, you're meant to, if you go to the bathroom, you're meant to take your pants off all the way, because it's easier to fight with no pants than with pants around your ankles.
Right.
So maybe this man heard that and thought,
step one,
every fight
he didn't
hogs
even
out.
Need... To be fair, if ever there was a real power move when you're about to get into a fight...
Yeah.
Like, if you pull up and you put up the two fists and you're like, I'm going to give you one of these, and the guy that you're facing pulls off his trousers and is just standing there naked, like, real power move.
You're rethinking it. Your situation in the bar. Like, say that lad said to your friend, oh, you want to take this outside? And he starts unbuckling.
First of all, you'd be confused.
Yeah, you're on the back foot.
You're on the back foot because you're like, where are we going here? I don't like you like that.
Yeah.
but maybe I do.
It sets them on edge.
It's a confusing situation emotionally for everyone there. And I think at that point you have the upper hand.
And then suddenly you're frozen to the pavement by your dick.
So, during the altercation, the man's pads fell down somehow, okay? Mm-hmm. As he tumbled to the ground, his penis became stuck to the sidewalk due to the temperatures that were out that night, in which it must have been quite very cold.
So he's not on best form either, I would say.
There's not a lot of target room.
It's a miracle he hit the pavement, to be fair.
The bullseye is quite small, but somehow he pulled it off. EMS managed to detach the man's penis from the ice after several hours.
That's got to cause some kind of damage, though.
Oh,
wait,
my God.
Several hours? He'd been drinking.
Yeah.
Could he not have genuinely pissed his way out of this situation?
You know what? That's a fucking great point. But I will counter that with, if you got your dick stuck to the sidewalk in freezing cold, I don't think you're thinking that logically. You're more thinking, oh God, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody.
Oh, for sure. Everyone outside agrees as well.
But that's your man.
I think he's desperately asking for help. He's got a clown horn.
He got stuck in the car somehow.
Oh, no. But I think... Now, look, I've never been frozen to anything by my dick, but I'd like to think I'd have the mental facilities needed to say, I need to warm this up to melt this ice.
Yeah.
What do I have at my disposal?
What do I have at my disposal that's nearby?
Yeah.
That's quite near the stick area.
Just about as near as it could be.
I suppose, but like... You wouldn't be thinking logically. After the first time you try to get up.
Yeah, no, it's a sharp tug, isn't it?
It's, oh no, what's happened?
Now, I also think this is the kind of injury, right, where it's not serious enough that your friends would take you seriously.
Yeah, they would just laugh. I think you would
just laugh at you.
And then at a certain point, they would go get more people to come laugh at you.
Oh, they would draw a crowd. Yeah. There'd be photos taken.
Yeah.
It would not be a pleasant experience.
I mean, the thing is, right, that he was then gotten out of the ice without injury or inadvertent circumcision. Jesus Christ. He was arrested but not charged with any crime. So he's just having a bad night.
Yeah, it's just one of the few times you can have your dick out in public and not get in trouble.
It wasn't his fault.
No, there was an accident that the pants fell down. It was an act of God that it froze to
If you're the guy fighting him, what do you do?
Do you get one more in before you, like...
You throw a kick.
You throw... Oh, no, you can't throw a kick on the man. You can't throw a kick.
Is he already bad enough? You don't need... There's nothing you could do that could be worse than whatever he's in.
Do you stay with him? Or do you just leave him and go back inside?
I think you leave, because I think you'll get blamed somehow.
For sticking his dick to the floor.
Yeah, you stuck his dick. That's something that's never been charged to anyone in the history of time. But, like, they'd be like, well, you're arrested for sticking that guy's dick to the ground.
And everything survived, right? Like
everything survived. He's all good.
He's fine. Taking some careful pisses now, I would say.
Oh, boys. Step one is...
for what you have.
He blesses himself every time he takes a piss. Like, Jesus Christ.
Now there's a man who's buying a new belt.
If you're selling belts in the area, that lad will pay anything for whatever you're selling.
So pants, trousers and jocks came down.
All of it.
All of it.
Seems like a lot. How does that go in one swift motion?
That's a lot. It's a lot to go wrong all at once, isn't it?
Yeah, how does that happen?
I could see, like, if it was sweatpants or something, them slipping off.
Yeah.
But the boxers as well?
He must be going commando.
When it's cold
in
out?
January.
Commanduary?
What a lunatic.
What are we, in fucking Hollywood or something?
We're finishing off weird news this week, Shaun, with Florida Man, which is in one of the worst stories I've ever read. Florida
really?
Man.
Worse than that one?
Worse than that one. Florida Man on carnivorous diet starts oozing cholesterol through his hands.
I don't like this one. Listeners, I just want you to know, I have no say in what stories get picked.
Yeah. I wanted to do the 1-2 of the dick and then the cholesterol hands.
Oh, God. Which would you rather have?
See, Florida Man did this one, though. The other guy sounds more Florida, but it wasn't Florida. Whereas this one is Florida. So
how much cholesterol was in this man?
The man showed up at a hospital in Tampa with yellow eruptions on his hands, his soles and his elbows. When the doctors examined them, they were shocked to see that it was all cholesterol. They then heard what the man had been eating. 8 months prior, the man had switched to a high-fat, carnivorous diet. Now, Shaun, this is what's all going around. You know, all the fucking idiots. Like, just eat nothing but meat and raw meat. You'd be great.
Bullshit. Yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous. His daily intake included 6 to 9 pounds of cheese, large amounts of butter, and fatty hamburgers every single day.
That's too much. You can't be having that.
While he claimed that the diet helped him shed weight and feel more energetic, that can't be true. It came at a significant cost to his health.
Because you're eating butter. Straight, like.
Large amounts of butter and 6 to 9 pounds of cheese a day.
Cheese alone. Like, if you cut out the cheese, I could see that diet being not great, but like it's kind of keto-esque.
9 pounds of cheese a day.
Like, what's that in kilos? 4? 5?
I don't know, but it's a lot.
That's too much. What are you spending?
But even if it's 1 kg of cheese a day, that's still a lot of cheese.
Yeah, 4 kilograms of cheese.
A day. That's 4 bags of sugar full of cheese a day.
Yeah, and like burgers and everything on top of that, and butter.
Yeah.
There's no way, like, fine, diets, like nutrition, all that kind of stuff. There's no way anyone could see 4 kilograms of cheese and say, that's a better choice than an apple.
Or even after the 5th day go, can't wait for me cheese today.
He's either shitting himself or completely clogged.
Hasn't gone to the bathroom in months. So apparently the healthy amount of cholesterol to have is under 200 milligrams /DL. I don't know. True decimal liter. I don't know. I have no idea.
I can find that out.
200 milligrams is under 200 milligrams, right? Is the recommended level.
Yeah.
Shaun, he had over 1,000 milligrams of cholesterol in his body.
5 times
the healthy amount, yeah. Apparently, if you're over 240, you're considered to have high cholesterol. So he was 5 times higher than what was high.
And high cholesterol at 240 is something to worry about.
Yeah, normally they give you like a tablet or something to take that back down.
Yeah. LDL, low density lipoprotein, aka bad cholesterol.
Ah, good. His cholesterol levels were so high that he started building deposits of cholesterol under his skin. And apparently it then started oozing out of him.
I'm really unsettled by all of this.
Yes.
How long do you think he was oozing before he went to the hospital?
Has to be a few days.
There's no way that man went straight away. Presumably kept eating the butter and cheese.
It's like waxy, apparently. It's like waxy and fat-like substance.
I don't know. It's not good. Do you remember the anti-smoking ads that used to be on? And they like squeezed cholesterol out of a dude's lung or some shit. Well, saw that during my dinner one day. Fucking ruined my spicy burger.
Ruined my 9 pounds of cheese.
It was halfway through.
True. Now this is different from good cholesterol. You can't have good cholesterol. But Shaun, I'm going to tell you right now to look up an image of this man's hands.
What do
because
I
I got to see it today. And I think you should have your day ruined as well.
I hate this. I have to go out
Shaun,
after this, man.
No, Shaun, please. I just want you to see the man's hands.
Oh no. I really hate this. No, I can't. I genuinely can't look at it.
For one time only, Florida man has not technically committed any crimes, but he has committed a crime against humanity.
That's not meant to happen to humans.
No, Florida man normally just does things where, like, he calls the police to check his drugs, or like he breaks into somewhere but just like has himself on every camera. Just general small petty stuff is normally his aim of the game.
Why would that be preferable to eating bread? You know,
everyone loves bread.
Everyone loves bread. And like,
what's your favourite type of bread?
Oh, that's a fine question, Conor. I like a batch loaf. That's quite nice.
Batch, okay.
I go back and forth on sourdough. Sometimes it's too crunchy and it hurts the roof of my mouth. Brioche, I'll say it right now, overrated.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't like a brioche bun on a burger.
No,
right?
no. I don't like the sweetness.
Burger. No.
I find as well, there's fuck all structure to that. That's turning into
something.
mush.
If I came for a sweet burger, I get a sweet burger. I'm here for a hamburger. Give me a fucking bun.
I'll give me a nice white burger bun, sesame seeds on top.
Yeah. Simple. Fine. Effective.
We're laughing. Don't worry about it.
What about tiger bread? What are we talking about?
Not a big fan. It's too salty.
Bold strategy. That's bold now.
Then I hit you with this. A focaccia.
A lovely one.
Lovely. Great bread. We're going 1 for 1 on breads here, folks.
Great bread. Why did you put the cholesterol losing out of this guy's hands, though?
In much the same way that oil pools in focaccia.
Very similar, Sean. Very similar. Everyone message in with your favourite type of bread for no reason. Yeah. Just let us know.
We'd be interested. Ciabatta. Ciabatta's a good bread.
It's a good bread. It's a good bread.
Bread.
I just think maybe everyone got into the soda bread. Good Irish soda bread.
Good Irish soda bread. Nothing wrong with it. Toasted, bit of butter on that.
Slightly burnt, little bit of butter on that. Now you're laughing.
Would you? Let me tell me this now and tell me no more.
Tell me this now and tell me no more. Go on.
Would you put, say, currants or sultanas or some such in a soda bread?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Conor, it will blow your hair back. Let me tell you.
I wouldn't be now. That'd be a bit woke for me now. That kind of nonsense.
That's fine. Look, I'm from the south, so that's how we do it down here.
You try things differently. You know what I mean? You're a bit different.
You toast it up. The sultanas get on nice and I would say nearly jammy as you toast.
Sure, would you not put jam on it then?
Sure, no, Conor, please. There's enough sweetness from the sultanas.
I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
Ending on bread talk.
Yes. Would you save on the story? Please, go on.
Would you like me to take us out, Conor?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of the Heroes for Hire podcast. We will be back on Friday with Hero or Zero and next Monday with another episode of the show. Big thank you to everyone over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that is in the description. Everyone who supports us over there helps us keep making the show, helps us keep ads off the show, and just generally is an absolute legend. Hope you all enjoyed the Batman and Robin review, by the way. And you also do get a shout out for being a patron. So, big thank you to Róisín and Baby Ben Palmer, Joe Burney, Ryan Komatsu, Dozer, Enthusiast, Evanson, Saint Waffles, patron saint of the podcast, the ghost of Christmas past, present and future, David Clarke, Dominic, Anna looks forward to the next Irish animal story, Hjelmroos, Daniel McLaughlin, Lordsmish, Michelle Browne, Frost, Ed Ball, Conor and Lorraine are your number one Castbox fans. Russ, last week's name reading effort wasn't bad. A solid 6.5. Definite room for improvement though, Parfitt.
I agree.
Jesus Christ, I'm being ganged up on him.
I actually think it was 5.5. He's being nice to you.
What the fuck? Oh, lads. Okay, next week, 10 out of 10, I guarantee it.
Okay.
Jackson Brueheim will be attending Sean's upcoming gum eating intervention. Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and Tipsley subscribed to the Patreon. Ciara Lawler, Judge Leahy, Mikeychairsnumber1fan Shaun is cool and a genius. Róisín, Pete thinks that Sean thinks that tall people should be put to work and not allowed recreation or sport. Jack Markham, Barrel of Cheese, Johnny Ray, Hunter Harvard, the Texas Ironman, Donegal George, Leica's number one fan, Justin Bowman and Joe Reid. That list is getting longer.
I love it.
Thank you all for your support. We really appreciate it. Heading over to Patreon if you want to support us there. There is also the merch store, heroesforhire.ie/shop. Twitter is @HeroesForHirePod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. Blue Sky is Heroes for Hire Podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
And I think that's about it, Conor.
I think so. So I'll be Conor Lawler.
Also like a baguette.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.